So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are yet again into the KDR tournament series, the Wildcard Qualifiers Stable Edition, and mukhang ito na, Mr. Vim, our second qualifying match is gonna be happening here, and I know it's gonna be for a doozy, that's for sure. But first things first, gotta give shout outs to our sponsors, Globe at Home. With Globe at Home, you can recreate the world right at home. Level up your gaming experience at home with Globe at Home's unlimited plan, $28.99 with speeds up to 100 Mbps. Visit shop.globe.com.ph or the Globe store near you.
The official PC partner for KDR are Legion Philippines and Intel. Stylish outside, savage inside. You can join the Legion Philippines community on Facebook to get the latest product updates and tips on how to maximize your Legion device. Please follow the official Legion Philippines pages on Facebook and Instagram at Lenovo Legion PH.
Don't forget, guys, we are powered by XSplit. XSplit VCam lets you remove, replace, and blur your background without green screen. Download and try out the free version now. And as we keep saying, you know, big shout outs to our sponsors for everything they've done for us and more. Gotta say though, we have some giveaway winners to announce here, Mr. Vim, and I do believe we gotten 3 winners of 500 pesos Gcash to announce.
That is correct, sir. And this, again, I must emphasize, my favorite part of the stream.
Ooh, so who's the winners? Ah, I got it. I got the list. So congratulations to the following: Patrick Alafriz, Gian Chavez, and Janus Angelo Comia for winning the Gcash giveaway right there. So tatlong winners tayo ng 500 pesos. Congrats again to Patrick Alafriz, Gian Chavez, and Janus Angelo Comia for taking the wins there. So good job, guys. Thank you for congratulations. Big effort, no? Konting a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill.
Thanks for the support and you know, supporting our broadcast.
Exactly.
A lot of people worked hard for this, and thank you again to our generous sponsors. More giveaway winners to come.
Meron pa. We have 5 more licenses to give away. Tapos may headset pa tayo from Legion. So alam nyo na that there are so many goodies here, because there is one more goodie that I have to tell you, Mr. Vim. That's our upcoming game. This is a big one. TMT Esports versus Samurice. And naku po talaga, kasi tingnan mo yung scores nila from the last time. Yung Samurice, yung parang napaganito na lang tayo eh. Kasi 17-15.
Quadruple
overtime. Ridiculous score line. And TMT Esports, no slash as well. They also did go to overtime against Dreams, 14-12. So these two teams needed that break that Samurice and Blitzkrieg gave them. So now they are ready to go. They're going to be fighting for their lives, and only one of these two great teams will move on to the weekend tournament next
Both of these teams overcame some very powerful opponents to get to this point. But damn, TMT Esports, Carl on that Sova.
TMT Esports, we got Carl on Sova, as you said, and you know, we've seen TMT before. They are a very, very committed team. They are really, really potent at what they can do. Johan is going to be on the window. Josh S playing that Jet, and we're waiting on for the rest of the crew. But when we look at TMT Esports, they do like to play these standard compositions. They like to play Intel, they like to play Smoke. And speaking of the Intel, ayun na nga, we got PBD on to the Cypher, and Nazmi is on the Breach. So TMT Esports is a big fan of the Breach pickup, but their opponent, Samurice, might not do the same thing there, Vim.
They're known to, you know, usually favor those Brimstone picks, and especially in a map like mine. There we go, RPGE on that Brimstone. And John kicks this time on Sova. Loopy on the Raze.
Of course.
Signature pick. Wala nang Sage.
Wala nang Sage. It's time for the Cypher, and Yondame wraps it up with a Jet. So yun talaga yun, since the Sage nerfs, many Sage mains did move over to the Cypher. At kita talaga natin dito sa Samurice, yun yung gagawin ni Swez. And he has just become comfortable with the camera and the tripwires. Still though, Samurice refusing to play that Breach because they say we can kinda achieve the same thing with the Raze. It's all about killing rather than stunning. So tingnan taga natin dito sa bakan na ito, kasi we got Samurice, I believe, on the defensive. It's gonna be TMT Titomoto on the attack, and this is gonna be a best one to see who will move on to join everyone else in the group stage. Kasi may 7 na tayong invites na ready. Kasi nadamay na ang Team Subversive from the last game. So here we go into the pistol round. Mukhang 8-take ang magiging plano dito ng TMT.
And take a look at this. Yondaime back home over there in lamps. What a sight to see.
Yeah, he is back home, and I love to see that indeed. It really goes to show that for Untitled, that's somewhere he wants to play for. Si Josh S ngayon, mag-home invasion muna. Maghahanap na parang para makapatay Cypher Cages just to get a little bit of the coverage. Spiky planted though by Carl, and TMT trying to make post-plant happen very early here.
I like the stall he tried to do there, Josh S, with that cheeky one-way.
Oh no, that's gonna be a beautiful nade though, and yung Dime will punish accordingly. Habang tumatakbo yung dalawa, mukhang ma-backstab sila ng Ghost dyan. At ito na talaga, Dart into play as well. Samurice playing this very, very well and very, very smart. They use the intel and they use the CC to force something out, and they should be able to wrap things up. But oh, PBD actually catching out John Kicks there, preventing the defuse from happening early. Pero yun pa rin, Samurice will win it out.
Yeah, and I would argue, Daks, that this is probably Samurice's strongest map, especially starting on defense. You know how proficient they are, and we've seen them time and again prove their status as one of the top-tier teams here in the Philippines because of their bind performance on defense.
Yes.
So we'll see that get proven again, perhaps in this round. But again, TMT is not a slouch. Very, very powerful team in itself, and that they play like a very different type of play style in the sense that they are very, very patient as a team.
Two very, very experienced teams, that's for sure. And they have a lot of history under their belt. But right now, Samurice is the one up by one. At mukhang dito muna tayo sa B-side sabi ng TMT to try and check things out. Ito na ang ating Cypher at Sova. Si John Kicks as well as si Suez ang magpamatay dito. At habang tumatalon-talon lang siya, PBD will get the dings and get the shots to really critically hurt our Sova there.
Really, really good eye by PBD.
Makulit ka pa eh. Yun din nasabi niya eh. Makulit ka pa eh. Talon pa dyan. And alam mo talaga, this is one of those games where you jump around and it's gonna hurt you more than actually help you in the first place. So right now, it is gonna be TMT looking for the split push. Do we get the rotate? Mukhang meron na nag-relieve ng pressure dito para sa Samurice kasi nasa may cubby ang ating Brimstone. At nag-iintay lang talaga yung Sova natin si John Kicks. Kung may dadaan dito, Cypher Cage though has been triggered. Here we go with a dash on in. And John Kicks will get the takedown. Pero si Johan maka-refrag dyan. 4v4 muna tayo dito. Gun advantage para sa Samurice. Pero si PBD mahulin si RPG gamit ng Frenzy. At ito ang Brimstone natin. Makakapatay ng isa pa. Trades are happening so far here.
3v3 situation. Yandame on that Bulldog over there onto defense connector.
And Diamond looking to stay into the defender side. Diamond with the Bulldog right now, and he is just a diamond dozen right now. He's gonna be able to get to make that almost a triple kill with Lupinus getting the last shot there. Samurice doing it again, and with that gun advantage, they will make it a 2-0 scoreline.
I really like what I'm seeing from Yandime right now. He's looking really, really on point. Napang rifle yan, but we'll see.
I mean, it's a rifle.
I mean, yeah, but I don't.
Parang budget rifle.
You know, it's not a full rifle.
It's not a real rifle. It's not a real person's rifle. It's like a children's rifle. My first rifle.
It's like a BB gun.
Oh, nga,
but not quite. Maybe a Marshall is a BB gun.
BB gun na may burst. Okay yun na. Okay yun na. Pero,
I never thought of it that way, but yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. Because TMT ngayon, they're gonna have their full buys right now. They're gonna try to see what they can do with this push. At kung kaya nila overrun ang mga defenses sa Samurice dito. For si Yon Diamond, dito muna sa may lamps. Kita niya konti yung camera doon. Backing on away though. Josh S looking for the punish but doesn't get it so far.
Let's see if they will rotate over to a B take here. Looks like the spike is slowly moving there.
Oh, Marshall shot though doesn't connect. Flash was thrown out here by TMT. At mukhang si John Kicks talaga mapapabalik dito sa may elbow as sa bagal ang push na naman ng TMT. So back into their usual strats ang TMT dito. Slow play is the way to go. And in a case like this, it's going to be Swez right now throwing down the Cypher Cage, looking to slow down this assault.
Of course, none other than Swez will be defending Hookah, like inside Hookah. He's been known to do this quite a bit, even on the Sage.
But that is going to be high time for Josh S to catch out Swez, but Swez will catch out Carl in response. So 4v4 muna tayo ngayon actually good here for Samurice because alam natin sila pa rin yung may mga barrel from the last round. And Spike not gonna get planted off by PBD. TMT desperate to get a point back. But John Kick still gets his scope in and gets the shot even in the smoke and in the cage. Samurice right now doing it and more. Nasmi daw dito muna sa high ground looking to defend the elbow itself. At kaya pa tapusin ito ng TMT. Ayan naman si Lupinos. Wala nang bala. Hawak yung Vandal. Kaya niya mag-reload. Ayaw niya magpa-wallbang dito though. And backs on the way in time. So very close. And it's time to use utility to bail.
This is so close indeed. 20 HP.
Flashing, not gonna happen. Lupinos might have to stick it here. And oh Nasmi, he doesn't see it. Hindi nakita at kailangan niya takbuhin. Aabot pa siya, hindi umabot sa dulo. At Samurice ang makaparaan doon. 3-0 at the very last second. He does it again, Vim. He does it again.
There's something about that guy. He just goes for those crazy clutches, man. But napaka-intense ng simula ng ating match. Round 3 pa lang yun, Sir Daks.
There you go.
Pero
but
grabe na talagang bakbakan dito.
They are showing up though. They have gotten confidence after winning quadruple overtime.
Yeah, I mean, siguro talagang...
Yun talaga yun.
Diba? Na-warm up ka na talaga.
Pili ko rin napansin nila, baka may panahon doon na kung nag-defuse na tayo,
if we actually just stuck it.
Quadruple overtime though. So maybe that is one way to go about things. But here we go again. Si Lupinos dito muna sa may shower. Kita niya yung Omen. Pero si Johan can say, yo, what you doing there? And goodbye to him indeed. TMT should have guns this time kasi may lose streak money pa sila to spare. So for now, RPG has to play long range game. But Samurice is in a good spot to contest this.
Looks like RPG will take out Josh S over there. Yondaime onto heaven.
Yeah, high ground muna dito para kay Yondaime, and Samurice right now trying to play the long diagonal, and Yondaime, even though he gets paranoia there, he still catches out one. Beautiful Orbless right there from RPGE as well. And you can really see right now the stability here for Team Samurice is in order. Si Swizzer magpipig, huling-huli si Carl, and Samurice will get the 4-0 lead.
I mean, they're just so comfortable in this type of scenario. Even also with the Brimstone for RPG. I don't know, it's just they've been through this so-called simulation time and time again. So much experience on this particular scenario, and it's really showing.
Yeah, and this is gonna be all about the discipline right there, showing up in the first place. Mukhang TMT though, pilit na naman mag-eco run ngayon. Vandals though in the hand of Samurice right now. And at the very least, we'll see what this defense can really do against this pistol round. Because PBD trying to find a bit of a tap there. John Kicks in the meantime, going on away. And like we said before, right, that they do like to contest the hookah as much as possible. Napansin natin dito sa TMT, hindi naman masyado nilang pinaparanan i-punish yung aggression na yun.
Yeah, I mean, it's very uncommon, no? Even in like other teams or like even ranked games, you don't typically play inside hookah that, you know, all that much. So, parang...
And elbow time though for John Kicks. Can he actually do it here and now? Has one shock dart, has the owl drone, pero problema dyan, walang babantay sa kanya. So, kailangan talaga ng Samurice magawa ng paraan ang setup na ito naman. TMT though in the meantime pushing on forward, will be going for the dash on, and John Kicks though using that intel. And that will be a takedown there on to Johan. Samurice right now, we're having to defend though. TMT does get the plant down.
Ooh.
And oh my, Swez actually gonna get 2 there, but the Hunter's Fury from Carl will be able to trade back to Sova in the first place. Hanap pa ng ibang mapapatay. PBD ngayon magpuhuli si Yondaime at si RPGE. 1 revolver to get Duper. Ito na si Lupinos, hawak-hawak yung showstopper. At si Carl sabog na lang bigla sa kanyang pagmumuka. Samurice will make this a 5-0 lead. And it seems like, Vim, it's a different story right now because Samurice just wants to make this a quick game to wrap up the night.
Talagang, I don't know, they're true to form, it seems like. Right here, this is a pretty much classic Samurice that we're seeing. And TMT, yung parang slow-paced playstyle nila. I'm not sure if it works really well for a map like Bind. Because if you play really slow, if you don't show presence on a particular lane, then it's obvious where you are. Bind is such a very small map, and it's very distinct where you are in the map. If you're absent on X lane, you're most likely here. It's unlike Split na parang ang daming pasikot-sikot and daming possibilities for you to fake. Doesn't really happen.
Parang pila ka talaga eh. Straight line, keep formation, and as RPG and Josh S do get one apiece, mukhang bakbakan muna tayo dito sa may showers for Josh S. Ngayon, hawak yung operator niya. Naghahanap ng paraan, makakita pa ng iba. Spike is by the caves right now, and it seems like for TMT, they do want to push onto this A site, but right now, they don't have the tools and the numbers to do it.
Looks like Spike will be over there in showers. Let's see if TMT actually attempts a shower take, which they have not tried as of yet, I believe.
I mean, they're doing it right now. They are leading the charge with the Jet. But he has to be very, very careful because Lupinus is right there by the doorstep looking to take his coat and his life. Kaya ba kaya? Mahuli ni Lup to. As, ooh, that was very close. Josh S scoping on in. Pero doesn't really go for the shots. TMT in the meantime, still trying to figure out where to go for this attack.
Saktong jump spot lang. Napaback off na si Josh S. Carlo takes down John Kicks. Really good opening pick right there. Possibly opening the site.
Yeah, ito na ang oportunidad dito ng TMT para sa A-side. Pero si Lupinus pa rin na malayuan. Kaya niya makuha ang dalawa. Naspi though will get the refrag on. Yung Dime playing it slow, steady, and tries to go for the backstab, but he whiffs it, and Naspi will survive, and here comes the chase from the Cypher. PBD will punish yung Dime there. Mukhang hindi talaga na-channel niya yung power of the lamps there. But Swez in the meantime all stunned up, 2v1, pero kaya pa to ng Team Samurice.
Decent na lang buhay ni Breach. Hindi na natin kung makakapag-clutch pa siya dito.
Okay, hindi talaga. Kasi ito na si PBD ang mag-iintay ng malapitan dun sa sulok. Huling-huli ang Samurice dun. And you could really tell that could have been yung Diamond's time to shine.
That could have been a quick 2K. But, you know, unfortunately, whiffs happen even to the best of players.
Tama.
So.
And ito na yun eh. Ito na ang panahon ng TMT na to take advantage of any small opening and look to do what they can and more. Rifles are abound, of course, and it's high time for them to really show their stuff because they are down by 4. They need some rounds here on the attacking side para lang maayos sila sa depensa. And ito sa situation na to, Samurice right now should just still be feeling confident with what they've been doing so far because it has been working pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a slight error there that cost them the round, but there's nothing inherently wrong with so far their defensive protocols, and it's been very, very effective against TMT, and it's pretty much the ball is in the court of TMT to try and do something different and try to adapt. It looks like they are switching it up a bit. Trying to go for a B take yet again. Yeah,
and Samurice has been winning out these mid to long range duels most of the time. So you can really see right now, not only they have the angles, but they're feeling very, very hot to get those kills. Especially we saw from Lupinus. Pero ngayon, si Carl dito muna sa may hoka. Slow push muna dito sa TMT. Kasi naghahanap sila ng paraan muli makakita kung sino man ang magiging out of position. But as we are gonna get the spike already delivered to the hoka, you can already say that this is a commitment waiting to happen here for TMT.
It seems that RPG is a bit of slight hesitation on that rotate.
Swez though, still keeping an eye out. Camera gameplay right now. TMT though gonna be planting here on B side, and John Kicks gonna get caught by the fault line there. Has to be very careful. Cypher Cage to get that cover. Ang dami talagang hip dito sa matchup na ito. At ito na si Johan, at ito na si Carl. Makakadalawa kagad. Si Swez at kay John Kicks. Kaya pa ba itulak to? Execution na lang. Palapit na palapit ang TMT. At alam mo na, wala ka na maa-escapean at patay na patay ka dyan.
Suntukan sa elbow ang nangyari dun.
Okay yun ah. Bagong bagay yun. Suntukan sa elbow.
Suntukan gamit barrel.
Tama. Tapos, click ke sa back. Pwede yan.
It just sounded cooler like that. So
it does. Like, suntukan sa X. Always cool, you know?
Huh?
Like, just fill it. Fill in the blanks. Whatever X is.
Okay,
oh my god.
Boss, moving on. I digress.
Tama lang. Move on lang. Tamang move on lang.
Yes, sir.
I get it. Indeed. I get it now what you're trying to say. But mukhang pause muna tayo dito, guys. Samurice is up by 3. And TMT will have that neural theft. Pero biglang nag-swing talaga yung momentum in favor of TMT with just one small mistake. Right. And you can really see right now for Samurice, they just need to get back into the groove. And they should be able to keep up the momentum they had from the first few rounds.
Gusto ko yung ginagawa yung full commit na ginagawa ng TMT. They're just playing close together, trying to overwhelm specific agents of Samurice. Kasi parang medyo spread out yung defense ng Samurice, and sometimes they don't get traded right away because of their spread out blocking. So I think at this point in time, they got to secure the orbs for TMT, get that Rolling Thunder online, and try to go for another full committed push.
We already know what the power of the Rolling Thunder is, and it is just earth-shattering to say the least. It just makes such a big difference for every single round that it's online. And for TMT right now, if they can funnel those resources, as you said, onto the breach, then it can make a difference. Pero masasabi ko rin, it's kind of the same case dito para sa Team Samurice. Kasi tingnan mo, may Brimstone sila. So if you can give him the Orbital Strike as well as, well, let him go for the Molly, ang rami talaga pang delay if ever. Showstopper also gonna be a good tool to blow people up. Pero ito na ang Samurice magde-defend na malapitan din sa may shower. Baka magulat lang si Josh S. Cause oh my god, this is just the Brimstone going on a journey, not picking the corner.
Sila mga kaibigan.
Okay, hindi talaga sila magkakakitaan dito. Lupianos though in the meantime, holding into the shower. Pero pwede siya ma-backstab ngayon. Kasi ito na si Josh S. Does get that takedown. At masabi na ng Lupianos, boss, kala ko chinek mo yung corner na yan. It doesn't happen. Walang tao doon, bro. Walang tao doon. Wala akong nadaanan. At si Nasmi ngayon, dinadaanan na lahat. Mukhang ito na talaga ang comeback ng TMT ngayon. Si RPGE though, all about the X-Frags as of the moment. But we have been able to see a good run here again from the attacking side. TNT right now looking to just make it happen here. Effectively done with that push.
Yeah, TMT looking to be in a very good spot right now. 3 to 5. In just a few seconds on the side of attack. Look at this!
Oh my god!
Oh
is he gonna do it?
Is he actually gonna do it?
No! Too little, too late. I don't think TMT is that kind of team that will say, nah, okay, we'll leave it and let it get diffused, right? I really feel that.
I mean,
yeah,
if
I really feel like TMT is
they were already away from the site, right? With sufficient time to defuse it, right?
I know,
but Samurice, if only RPGE was about to defuse it like just maybe 3 to 4 seconds earlier. That would have been sick.
Absolutely. But hey, that was a moment. That's for sure. That was
it's just so funny because it's always something you joke about, right? When you're trying to look for that one guy who's trying to save, right? And then one guy in the squad says, "Oh, pag yan, diffusing." But it never happens, right? But what if it does?
Pros don't fake, diba? Pros don't fake. Tapos yun na talaga yan. Biglang, uy, na-defuse na. Uy, ano yung gagawin ko? Uy, ano na, paano na to? So it really feels like that's gonna be the problem right there. But TMT, disciplined enough to find the answer. And so far, TMT has just been able to dominate the past few rounds. As soon as they got that lucky break, it really did change the tempo of this game.
Indeed. I'm very curious to see how far they are from the Rolling Thunder and the Hunter's Fury for their Sova. Did very well, even out the score differential here.
At habang ngayon naghihintay tayo, muli na nag-pause yung laro. Samurice, good start kanina. Gustong talaga speedrun tong bakbakan na ito. Pero one small trip up has cost them a good number of rounds. And we are seeing a game here from TMT Esports. They still refuse to lose. They still refuse to give up. Kasi sobrang malaking bagay talaga itong isang match na ito. Pag manalo ka, pasok ka dun sa ating group stage next weekend at sa playoffs mismo. Tapos compare mo naman, kung talo ka, di wala kang makukuha kasi double elimination na to. Wala naman third chance, wala naman triple elimination.
Yes, sir.
So, pwede naman tayo gumawa bagong format, triple elimination bracket. Di ko na lang paano yun if-fit, but hey, can't really go wrong with that. So, iakit ka na isa pang bracket, akit pa na isa pang bracket.
So, yung award system natin, may second champion, third place champion.
Tama. Kesa second place and third place, this is champion number 2.
Champion pa rin sila, pero pangalawang champion.
So kung umabot tayo ng pinakadulo, champion number 100, ganun.
Oh, lahat sila panalo.
Paano yung caster? Pwede mo maging champion caster?
Why not?
Okay, bigyan na trophy mamaya ha. Champion prod?
I think yeah.
Oh, champion talaga prod natin.
Been working really hard on this.
They've been working really hard. They've been having
give you a pat on the back.
Sleepless nights, They've been working way past their bedtimes just to make sure everything is fine and dandy. And I don't know why we're looking at the raise.
This is something our cameraman does quite a bit.
I'm already freaked out, bro.
And looking at these details as the production team has a few chuckles over there in the background.
Ano klaseng quality tong graphics na to? Ba't nagagalit si Brimstone, boss? Uy, where'd he go?
Siya, bro.
Where'd he going? Where are you going?
Hello?
Hello? Brimstone?
Where are they going? Okay. Magtitipon-tipon sila dyan sa bahay ni Daime.
Tama yan. Kita mo yung mga butas dyan sa lamps at sa shower.
I actually never noticed there was like ceiling detail on that.
I mean, you can actually shoot things through it. I've seen some dart plays to
Really?
surprise. Yeah.
There are lineup darts to get inside lamps? I had no idea.
There's lineup darts to throw things out of shower.
Kaya pala tawag lamps, bro, kasi sa ceiling may lamps. I never noticed that. I never looked above.
Well, that's why you have to
ceiling.
play the new map, Icebox, so you can start looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
one of those weird maps.
So you learn what to do, but right now we are learning from the best from Samurice as well as TMT on what to do in this game, because RPGE actually breaking out the drone, and he will be able to catch out Josh S, but Carl is there to get through. Big opening here made by TMT Esports.
Here we go. 3v4 in favor of TMT with the man advantage and old economy advantage. This is looking really good for TMT. Mounting a comeback here against all odds.
Yeah, they have the tools, they have the numbers, and they have the utility to try and do so. And yun nga sabi natin, diba? May breach pa sila just to really go for the flashing 1 and 2 and 3. But Samurice, ayaw talaga nung pahuli sa breach na yan. They make sure that they play a long distance game, and they make sure that their opponents come to them, especially when they are on the defense.
Swez looking real comfortable over there in the backside. It's like he will do his best to try and stall.
Yes,
coming out of elbow, but there's very little he can do against those.
Has to dodge the fault line there, and he is going to be forced to give up space here to the side of TMT. Spike though going to get planted down by Nasmi. At baka ito ng TMT, naghahanap ng mga post-plant situations at setups para lang malagaan ang spike na ito. Percy Swez, kanina pa siya bumabaril dito sa may elbow. Meron bang tutulak sa kanya? Aftershock can be in order as well. And in a case like this, is John Kicks right now. Coming in from back of sight. Mawallbang niya si PBD dyan. Kahit na flash siya, may idea siya, may tao sa harapan niya. Si Nasmi mahuhulog. Si Carl though, he has gotten 3 so far. 2v2 muna dito. Swez backstab by Johan. And it's time for the Hunter's Fury to go for the duel. Lightning versus Lightning. John Kicks canceling that one out. Having to buy time. Gonna be going for the push against the Sova there. And that is just Kicks getting 3 so far. Can he actually get the clutch? Hindi! Si Johan ang makakapatay sa kanya. At ang TMT ayaw talaga magpatalo dito.
Talagang nagka-comeback itong TMT. And very nice try for Mr. John Kicks over there. At that point, talagang, you know, it's a very challenging situation to be in. There's not much you can do. It's very, very frustrating. And, you know, the least you can say to your teammate is nice try, bro.
Nice try. You know, you did your best, but your best apparently wasn't good enough. But sometimes it's not just because of that. It's just how your opponent plays. A really good angle right there to defend that spike. Good plan in the first place. At yun talaga yung synergy nung spike plant at spike defense. Kasi kailangan mo talaga maglagay ng tao na babantay sa angulo na iniisip nyo.
Right. Absolutely. And John Kicks here with the Bulldog will be playing over a Ninja defending Hookah here. Johan might get... Nope.
Nope, he's trying to find the target, but he ain't getting it. So TMT ngayon, slow push na naman. And we are really seeing the pace of TMT slow to a crawl, because this is something they are so accustomed to begin with. Nothing absolutely explosive. They're looking for picks, they're looking for punishments. And we have Samurice answering back in the same way.
Parang yung TMT, no? Baliktad with most teams.
But that is going to be Josh S right now, catching out Josh Kids with the operator. Swez in the meantime by the elbow. Tago muna sa may smoke. Percy RPGE, kaya na hulihin si PBD. Ayun talaga yun, the power of the Brimstone getting the cook if ever. Spike though going to get planted here by TMT. 4v4 in a matchup like this.
Diamond will be over there at defense connector. Will be trying, you know, they've been successfully wallbanging through that tin can. Quite surprised they still chose to plant inside that can.
Yeah, gusto nila alagaan raw. Put it away from the Desert Sun as well as the rain. Pero now the only thing raining on down has to be the bullets of Samurice. They are going for the retake. They are going for that spike planted. But Nasmi is still there to hold. But RPGE will get 3. And Samurice right now getting back in what they need to do.
Yeah, finally Samurice getting another point in the board after losing 4 straight rounds, I believe. Yeah. And the damage has been done. TMT looking real good so far on the attack phase. Time is 9 for Rolling Thunder, although Showstopper and Neural Theft online for the side of Samurice.
Yeah, Samurice can have some tools there. TMT though with the game-changing Rolling Thunder as we keep mentioning. At tingnan natin kung kaya nga nila gamitin yung Rolling Thunder na yan para lang makahuli ng iba. Spike though all the way by the spawn. They do need to pick that one up. Pero mansin natin dito ngayon sa Team Samurice, yung Brimstone talaga na top frag, making sure that he can do business from what range whatsoever.
Yeah, and his usage of utilities have been super effective. However, TMT now has an operator in the hands of Josh S. Let's see if he can make good use of it here.
Yeah, there we go though with a little bit of the peek onto the shower, pero walang tao nang naghihintay dito sa side na ito ni RPGE. TMT might want to go for the push here onto A short. They still are looking for openings, pero intindi na ng Samurice yan na kung wala sila makita kagad, kailangan nila mag-ingat sa ibang angulo.
Yeah, slowly making their way onto A short. Josh S manages to take a pick. Nope, Carl it's an RPG.
Yeah, Carl actually getting the backstabbing Brimstone there, but Daime with the answer back onto the Jet there. And John Kicks right now even coming closer and closer to PBD. Samurice right now refusing to lose, but it's Nasmi swinging on it, gets that takedown, still has the Rolling Thunder, 3 ultimates still ready to go on the other side, and 1 Showstopper might be able to make a difference.
This is the perfect opportunity for that.
Time ticking though. 30 seconds left. Daime trying to hide by the triple box, and he will be going on down to the hand of Johan there.
I know exactly where.
2v2 now.
Paint still haven't thrown. Lupinus forcing to rotate.
Yeah, okay, that's a very smart call to go for that CP right there. You'll have to deal with those tripwires, those pesky tripwires.
Yeah, Carl cleaning up house, but it's still gonna be a hard time for them. That breach though, on the high ground I believe, yes, all the way inside the hookah. You're looking to be very careful. Yeah, spot is there. Lupinus does get the first kill onto Carl, pero ito na si Nasmi, naghahanda na sa Vim. Muntik nila palapas to, kasi ito na ang ating Rolling Thunder. May Cyphercation na nakaharang at may flash pa rin. Kaya ba ituloy ito ng ating Raze? 1 down already, Swez will fall, and oh no, Nasmi forgetting to reload. Lupinus will make it happen, and that is that. He also got the defuse, I believe. 7-4, gonna be a score now.
Lupinus again clutching it out for Samurice as history repeats itself. That was the exact same plant, and you know, pretty much the exact same angle in which he was victorious in the previous round. Let's see if they can close this out onto a very strong 8-4.
Yeah,
but if TMT gets the 5th round here, then they're in a pretty good spot.
A bunch of fuses for Team Samurice in all honesty, but right now they are really trying to manhandle their way to victory, and with the Blade Storm being popped here and now, then you already know what the plan is to go for the aggression in the first place. Josh is though gonna be sticking around by attacking side, waiting on an opportunity. RPG though in the meantime. Si Beacon down.
Napakasakit ng Stim Beacon ngayon. And it's now equivalent to the Reyna ultimate speed, I believe, which is, what, a 30% increase in fire rate, if I'm not mistaken. So it's definitely something you cannot underestimate right now.
They just underestimating anything is not the way to go here in Valorant. But right now, PBD gonna be looking to make this push happen here for TMT. Someone has the entry though, and usually you expect the Blade Storm to do that. You expect the Jet to do that, but TMT is a different kind of beast. Hintay-hintay lang talaga kung sino ang mahanap na angulo, sino ang mahanap ng paraan. At si PBD ang unang mamamatay sa kamay ni Lupinus, but Josh gets the refrag on and looking to find other people here.
Looks like he does miss a few of those knives. Barely kills.
RPG can be able to get to their Brimstone inside the labs. Daime! Even with the Blade Storm there, and Swez will wrap it up. Samurice just making sure that they are up by a good margin moving into the next half. Really good stuff there from Samurice. And I gotta ask you, Vim, what did Samurice do right in that round?
Yeah, it took them a while to adjust. It's just, I guess they sort of switched up their rotations, and instead of funneling through, for example, elbow or all funneling through defense connector, they're sort of covering different angles and sort of more default positioning, as opposed to like bum rushing one particular entrance, and that really worked out.
Yeah, it really feels like that has been the plan right there. Samurice, though, on their defense, they're all across the map trying to be as pesky as could possibly be. And they have all these different angles that can ask for relief, for support if need be. So for TMT right now, when they're on this defense, they have to make sure that they can do the same thing or they can get the quick set of kills to start things off. Flashpoint out from the breach. Josh S wanting to push, but he doesn't get the shots. It's Lupinus and John Kicks getting the first kills there.
That couldn't have ended any other way than that. That was a very, very risky overextension.
Yeah, Swiss though has to be careful. He already gets dinged. And Carl in the meantime by the elbow again. All about the rotate right here, right now though, from the defensive side. And the Sova gonna be caught in no man's land right now, looking to deal with every single other person.
Out of charges.
This is a really good use of those jet smokes. They only last for about 7 or so seconds.
Time is on off the essence, but here we go already. Carl trying to peek. Samurice in the meantime, all set up for a really good post plan per si Untitled. Huli siya ni Carl. Si Johan nandiyan rin, mapapatay si Swez. At mukhang magiging 3v2 na ngayon. Kaya pa bang TMT ituloy ito? Dito muna sa may sulok si Lupin sa mamamatay. Pero backstab tayo dyan. Kaya RPGE. Sino pa bang mamamatay? Si Carl nakatalikod lang. Naghahanap kung sino man yan. And John Kicks will get the triple kill there to wrap up the round.
I mean, at that point, you're vulnerable from basically 360 degrees, and you really can't blame John Kicks for, you know, facing back, right? Because he has to check every angle. He has to still sweep all those angles, and despite being shot at from behind, he has no choice, essentially.
Yeah,
that's just an impossible situation to be in.
You know, the thing about Samurice right now, they are really taking sure that this is an absolute possibility for them to make it to the group stage. Quick little gun sponsorship right there. Shorty squad though unite. And the thing about TMT is they want to surprise whoever goes into their chokeholds.
Johan being a little cheeky through the smoke, trying to get someone off, but Lupinus does take out Johan instead.
Yeah, the Rays finally getting a kill there again. And in the meantime, mukhang andito na sa PBD, dito sa may lamps muna. Frenzy in hand. Pero yung Aldro natin galing sa Sova, makakapasok dyan. At may wire nga nahuli in the first place. PBD though, still, at the very least, trying to go around and around. This is going to be Carl though, with the direct method. Shock darts into the back line. And Untitled catching at the Cypher there immediately.
Yeah, it's just so hard to hold lamps against Samurice's agent composition right now because they do have a Brimstone and a Raze. So many tools of displacement at their disposal as Swez takes down Carl.
Yeah, Samurice looking to really run away with it again. Kanina, strong start sila nung first half, Mr. Vim. At ngayon dito sa second half, mukhang pareho pa rin ang ating kwento. Fault line though gonna be into play. Ilag lang dyan muli. Samurice right now is just doing all they can and more with Josh S holding close by the lamps angle with the shorty. Can he actually make it through? Can he actually get a takedown? He gets revealed himself. And that should be that for another round for Samurice to inch closer and closer to the group stage.
10-4, just a few seconds. Here we go. And a 6-point lead for Samurice. Very impressive second half so far. I mean, TMT was able to adjust to Samurice's defense strategy on the first half, but it took them quite a while to do so. Yeah. Now they can't afford 4 or 5 rounds to adjust.
Nawawala na sila oras, diba? Yun talaga yun eh.
Samurice only needs 3 to win.
Can they actually do it though? That's gonna be the question there. As here we go again. But the streaks for Samurice have been absolutely impressive. 5 a while ago, and now 5 right now. It's up to them to keep this one up, or this can actually be TMT looking for the comeback from their own kind of streak if a small mistake is actually done by Team Samurice versus Wiz. Camera muna dito sa may shower, kind of PP right there, but you gotta make sure that you see whatever your opponent is trying to do. Aldron also answering back, and no one respecting my coils here.
Now here, as Swez takes down Josh S, you know, you just gotta be careful about you know, overextending at this point in time. TMT, you know,
they can't afford those kind of mistakes because they are just down yet again. At kung walan sila ng pera ngayon, alam mo na mahihirapan sila for the next round and the next round, and then they will just be in a hole that they cannot actually climb out of. Samurice though still pushing 5v4, slow push as well, and you can see the respect between these two teams that they like to play the same style, but as of yet these aim tools are going in favor of Samurice.
And one thing that TMT is doing right is that they can really capitalize on the mistakes that Samurice does, but it happens so very, you know, it doesn't really happen often.
Few and far between, and as we even say that Samurice plays it slow, as soon as the Brimstone Smokes do drop, wala na, speedrun na talaga. RPG does get to, si Nasmi ngayon, mag-rotate galing sa connector, at ang tanong, may mahuli pa ba siya in the first place kasi si John Kick ngayon, wanting to go for the shock darts. Here comes the Cypher as well. This is TMT though, he can actually get a pretty good shot here, but hey, Vandal time, best time for time for PPD to
could
just,
get a good shot, but it's going to be hard to shoot at a target that you cannot see because, you know, Samurice is just not giving them a single chance. You know, they're not peeking at all, and that's how you play defense.
No interest to be given at all there, Vim, and we are just watching that spike slowly tick on away. TMT forced to go for the save, but you can already see the chance of them making into the group stage dwindling ever so closer because this is Samurice just dominating this whole matchup so far.
I gotta admit, I did not expect such a dominant scoreline in favor of Samurice. I thought this would be a closer match, but the game ain't over yet, and comebacks do happen, and it is possible. It is a huge lead, but not insurmountable by any means.
Samurice is only up by 7, and with guns into play, well, TMT can put up a fight, but unfortunately for them, it's not the guns that you would like, it's not the rifles between the Vandal and the Phantom. You have to go for something like Spectre, the Stinger, or even the Ares if ever. But in a case like this, we'll see how this is gonna go, because TMT right now defending yet again with a 3-2 split, and Samurice is looking for the punish. So it's funny that these guys are playing for picks, but neither side really wants to go for a full committed push.
Absolutely, and I think at this point in time, the only way to go for TMT is to somewhat bring the aggression towards Samurice here.
Yeah, that is gonna be aggression right there. Swez actually catching out Johan immediately. Samurice right now getting the one-man advantage, and it is just gonna be time for Swez to try and punish a little bit more. He's running on away though, reloads in front of Josh S, but gets the clip in time to get that takedown. Mukhang ito nakakang Samurice na open up nilang A side thanks to the shower, and the neural theft gonna be also very helpful for them as well.
I think the ideal situation there would have been a double peek instead, to try and overwhelm the lone Asian over there lurking in showers, as opposed to peeking him one by one.
Hindi man na kailangan makipag-duel dito, at ngayon ang Samurice talaga ang nagwawagi. Spike not gonna get planted. Samurice right now looking to hold, and they are just making this basically a tutorial to show you how it's done here on Bind. One of the best maps Samurice can actually play, and there we go with John Kicks catching out Carl as well on the high ground right now. Is gonna be PBD looking to play the long angle. He does get the shot onto 1 and 2. Loop innocent yun, Dimer. Hulog sa kanya, pero magpapahulog muna siya dito rin. Pero ito na ang push past triple box, trying to stay away. Kita niya kagad yung spike, pero mukhang mabackstab siya dito. Si John Kicks ang makakapatay sa kanya, and this is gonna be match point now for Samurice in our last game of the night.
I mean, those are some pretty nutty shots from PBD, not gonna lie. It was a sight to see, but unfortunately you can't really get an ace at that point in time. You know, John Kicks just stepping it up, closing out the round, match point. And I gotta say, Daks, like all of Samurice's squad, you know, it's evident in the scoreboard.
Yep.
Very consistent, very strong performance from each of them.
And that's what we always want to love to see, because we see these teams do the best they can together. At masabi ko talaga sa Team Samurice, sila ang champion talaga ng lower bracket so far. They have been really clawing their way up and up and up. And with a victory here, it will just be the cherry on top of, well, that group stage invite and the 2-5 that they can get. So, alalahanin lang natin muna, Bim, ang sino ang mga taga group stage natin. We got Brent, we got Nefarious, we got Camaro, we got Anbu, we got Atlas. We also have Hashira, and we have Subversive. Will it be Samurice next, or kaya ba i-comeback to ng TMT? Kasi si Carl, mukhang linlista ko lang mga pangalan ng ibang team. Sabi niya, ayaw ko magpatalo sa kanila. At ito na talaga. This is TMT now with the man advantage, but Samurice will still try to make it happen onto B side. They have so many rounds to give, so they can do this and more. Nasmi in the meantime, holding inside the container, precision si RPGE. At ito na talaga Samurice, pero TMT suddenly exploding in full force. A tidal wave to happen. An operator is there. At buhay pa ang TMT dahil lang dun.
Yep, they will live to see another round. really good attempt right there. There's sort of aggression over there on A, but they actually full committed onto B. And the only few times they've been successful in an execute is when they actually go full commit and try to overwhelm the spread out defenses of Samurice as TMT rather.
Yeah, the way we're seeing here is if TMT can actually get the initial frag that they've been looking for, then it can help them instrumentally. In the meantime, for Samurice, it's just really about opening up the site. It's not about getting those kills. Kung kaya pa mag-hold ng TMT, di dun talaga sila mag-hold as much as possible. Pero si Johan ngayon, nahihirapan. Hunter's Fury, though, almost gets the lineup, can actually gets the catch. That's Josh S catching out Lupin instead. Pero yan si Untitled, huli rin si Carl. Mukhang high ground muna tayo dito para sa ating Jet. Nag-iintay na isa pang target.
It's like Josh S finally getting a bit of value from that operator. Ooh.
Max on the wafer, he's inside laser beam. Orbital strike will get the hook. 1v3 though, Samurice all alone with Swizz. At mukhang pinapanood lang yung sarili niya muna dito. Tingnan natin kung may mapapalag talaga siya sa bakbakan nito. Selfie time? Maybe, just maybe. Camera work is the way to go. But the Neural Theft is available to here for the side of TMT Esports. If they want to hunt down Swizz, then now might be the best time.
I mean, finally, Josh S, stepping it up. There was some pretty crazy defensive efforts with that operator, making real good use of it. But let's see if they can actually make a comeback here. So it's just perhaps
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
And yeah, Samurice. Seems like the way to go is to just retreat. That spike is unretrievable here for Swizz. Gotta say though, gotta say that this has been Samurice right now, getting the streaks, but as soon as the momentum ends, you can really see that's where TMT can go for the comeback. So ang tanong talaga,
10 seconds left.
Kailan kaya masisira tong cycle ng streaks na to? Nakikita ba natin ituloy ng TMT to hanggang talaga matapos yung laro? Or will Samurice be able to get that one and done out of nowhere?
Here's the thing, they still have 6 shots to avoid a match tie. So Samurice can't afford to make mistakes at this point, and they can't afford to wait for ultimates to come online. They do have Bladestorm Showstoppers, so they could make a play here.
Yeah, they can always keep it up. They can always do whatever they want for the eco. And as of yet, got RPGE there at the very top. His Brimstone game has been very, very sublime. Yeah. And if I remember correctly, yeah, RPGE here is in for the Omen we saw last time on Split. See Versace.
Yep.
So it is really going to show that for Samurice. It's all about having proper rotations in proper maps. And our Brimstone right now doing a really good job of what he has to do.
It's like Josh S might be a bit punished by his early aggression, almost getting picked off. 48 HP left on that, but at this point, it's desperate times calls for desperate measures here. And you really got to take those chances, otherwise you just get overrun.
And Samurice would have loved to get that pick off. Kung mahuli lang nila yung operator, alam mo na masihirapan na talaga ang TMT mag-hold kasi ang Samurice ang hawak ng baril na yun. Pero si Nasmi, antay lang muna dito sa malapitan. There we go with the drones spotting around, getting the intel. At mukhang back off muna tayo dyan. 1 TP though with the Brim. Tutuloy ba nila to? Kasi andyan pa rin yung spike sa may B site.
So he's slowly rotating onto market. Might actually go to A because, Swizz right here is securing showers.
Yeah, pero mapipilitan eventually ang Samurice mag-push. Mapipilitan na sila maghanap ng paraan. Kung hindi sila maubos ng oras, di alam mo na ma-plant nila yung spike in the first place. So,
pati ako ginoon Daks ay nalilito rin sa anong execute gagawin ng Samurice. They could go for the TP, they could go for the commit.
So many choices, but I don't think they have the time yet. They have to do it now on the B side. Now or never, they're gonna go for it. Swizz is gonna open up A though, and Yondaime at the same time opens up B. Now this is gonna be tricking TMT Esports to figure out where to really go. Pero mukhang andito na yung spike na plant muna dyan. Walang rolling thunder to buy time. Pero andyan pa rin si Nasmi makakapatay. Nasmi and PBD though both go down, and Josh is right now with that Blade Storm. This might be it. There we go with the fire. There we go with the bullets. And Samurice will be able to cook up a storm and make it to the group stage next weekend as well. Our 8 slots have been filled.
Congratulations to Samurice and GG well played to TMT. What a match that was. I mean, wow, what a performance all around from Samurice. Very consistent all throughout the scoreboard. Checking that out. Actually, it was a very, very close scoreline for pretty much all of our players. Taking a look at the average combat score here, especially a standout performance from RPGE here on that Brimstone. Just like to commend his usage of utilities and all that. And I don't know, what do you have to say about that last execute that they did? I mean, that was kind of confusing even for me.
Ang nangyari doon, they did both. They
did both at the same time.
They both at the same time. So, feel ko, that was Swez faking na tipong, mag-A sila, tapos biglang andun na rin yung B. Pero nakapatay si Swez. Nakapatay rin sa B site. So, ano gagawin ng Samurice, diba? Panalo sila both sides. They keep, they'll plant on both.
Not much you can do.
They'll plant 2 spikes.
Nagpa-plant sila sa A. Hindi, nagpa-plant sila sa B. Hindi, dito sa A.
Patayin sila pareho. Tapos yun, they just planted on B. They wiped the floor out of the remaining 3, and you already know that was that. And that was a game of slow pushes, and that was a game of streaks. But from what I saw is both of the teams like to play counter push, play for picks, but when both teams are playing counter push, di walang mag-push sa kanila, diba?
So in the end, one has to adjust. Diba? Sino mag-adjust? Go.
One exit lang talaga. Tapos minsan nakikita natin yung momentum sa Samurice, minsan yung momentum nasa TMT. Pero ang problema ng TMT, nauna yung momentum ng Samurice at gaano kalaki yung points na nakuha ng Samurice dun, diba?
Right.
All
they
the way.
Lead by like 5 before TMT gets some sort of rhythm going.
Yeah, like a 5-round streak and a 7-round streak, and then 1 to wrap it all out. So tama lang, parang nakabundle yung rice mo in an onigiri. It's just one solid backstretch right there from Team Samurice again. At mukhang, tingnan mo yung teams ng ating lower bracket. Subversive, they're like the ninjas. Samurice, they're obviously the Samurice. parang may motif talaga natin sa araw na ito. I like it a lot. And we have our 8th group stage invites for next weekend. And who are they, Mr. Vim? Of course. Can you still remember them all?
Of course. We have Brand Esports. We have AG Nefarious. We have Chimera. We have Hashira. Oh, it rhymes. We have Samurice. We have Subversive.
Yes.
And we have Atlas.
And then one last. It also starts. Yeah, there you go.
So like say, pop quiz.
Okay,
I
good
passed
job.
with flying colors.
Hindi lang pass, A+ effort
I
right
aced
there.
it. I
aced it. And we've seen some aces in this whole run. We've seen these teams impress, and I cannot wait to see them, syempre, in the group stage then. So, we are done with our bracket. We have our 6 from the Wildcard Qualifiers this weekend. It has been a very, very interesting debut for so many different teams. Pero di pa tayo tapos, Mr. Vim. Kasi hinihintay lang natin kung sino man ang mga giveaway winners natin. Meron pa tayong 5 licenses as well as 1 headset from Legion PH. Kasi kitang-kita talaga natin dyan sa baba. Kung mga prize natin. And glad to see XSplit, doble na ang ating winners for
the more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
Now it's 10 winners instead of 5.
More streamers, better, just to really enjoy your time in the in the online scene. Can't really go wrong with sharing your game. So mukhang ito muna ang listahan natin sa XSplit's 1 month premium license. Double check ko lang kasi 5 pa to. At our next 5 winners are Carlo Raventina, Rafael Christian Viana, Patrick Alafriz, John Patrick Yandok, and Julieta Murillo. So, congratulations to those 5 for getting the win sa XSplit giveaway natin. At syempre, doon naman sa ating Legion PH headset, isa lang ang panalo.
Right.
And Mr. Vim, why don't you do the honors?
Allow me to announce the winner for this Legion H300. Congratulations to Kayla Michelle Sarmiento. You just got yourself a brand new headset.
Yes, you love to see it, and you already know that. Hey, you got a new headset right there. Peripherals na naman, bigay ng Legion PH X Intel, and I gotta say that they have been absolutely supportive of this whole setup, and this has been a very, very solid Wildcard Qualifiers. If you are looking for a new team to kind of support, you already know where to check out. We saw some new faces, we saw some old faces, we saw some names return, get back to form, and in all honesty, while I love our 8 teams, I will ask you a question.
Yeah?
Which team has been your favorite that did not make it to the group stage?
Okay. I think it's a pretty obvious answer. I've been pretty impressed by this team that literally came out of nowhere. Their debut performance here in Valorant PH so far, and it's gonna be Dreams for me.
Ooh, Dreams.
Very powerful, impressive team, and they lost I believe they lost their spot to
TMT by 2.
TMT. So by
Forcing
very
overtime.
small difference in overtime. And of course, TMT is a very formidable team that has proven their worth time and time again. So it is a respectable loss. And of course, hindi natin makakalimutan yung performance ng Dreams earlier on in the bracket today.
Yeah, don't let your memes be dreams. Their mechanical prowess have been
Oh, yeah.
impressive, and their double sentinel lockdown is something to really watch out for. But for me, gotta say, my favorite team that didn't make it has to be the first one we ever broadcasted, and the one who gave us that quadruple overtime, Defiant Gaming. Yeah, but different tactics for different maps. These guys have a lot of tricks under their sleeves, that's for sure. And I can't wait to see them more into the future kasi feel ko talaga na marami silang pwede ilabas na kakaibang strategy sa iba't ibang map, baka nga ibang strategy na sa next map, and their aim is there. They can really go toe-to-toe with some of the best, and they can play different speeds at the same time. Pero grabe talaga yung grit ng Samurice, winning out that long overtime game, 17-15. Tapos ngayon, they just say that we are going to be decisive, we are going to be able to get these streaks, and we are going to be able to move on to take the last slot. So 8 teams facing off for next weekend. At magkano yun, Mr. Bim?
Well, they are playing for about 150,000 pesos in cash.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
our total prize pool for this whole shebang is 225,000 pesos, almost $250,000 in cash. And of course, my additional net worth pa yung prizes natin. So
You already know that
Crazy.
we are here to just give you guys a show, and I cannot wait for next weekend. That's gonna be the group stage on Saturday, and then the playoffs on Sunday.
Yes,
8
sir.
teams go in on group stage, 4 teams on the playoffs. 150,000 for that weekend, 225,000 overall in the KDR tournament series, and it has been an amazing time. So we'll be seeing Bren Esports, Agent Ferris, Hashira, Chimera, Atlas, and Bullet Gaming, and the newest additions to our groups, Subversive as well as Samurice, next week. And I cannot wait for that. You guys can check it out, of course, here at the Valorant PH FB page or at twitch.tv/ValorantPHGG. And we can't wait to be able to broadcast those games to you because those are going to be absolutely amazing. And of course, we still got giveaways to get from our sponsors. But hey, it has been a long night for not only us, but also for our players and our audience. And we thank you guys for tuning on in. We thank you guys for coming. And I've been Daks.
And I've been Vyminal.
And we'll see you guys next weekend. Have a good night. And we'll see you guys in another edition of the KDR Tournament Series.